Hi guys, I'm Anita Buffem and welcome to my channel, Buffem Beautiful. And today I am doing a Books with Buffem. Some of you guys have seen some of my old videos there where people give me classic books to read to you guys because some people they can't read. It's kind of like an Audible, but you're seeing it, so it works for both ways because if you're blind and can't read, I'll read it to you, but if you're deaf and you can't hear me, you can see the book, so it works out good. This is a classic one. It's a Time Life book, and it's called Hair Babies Are Made. Okay, so there's no date on here, but I think it's relevant today too. You know, it holds up, I'm sure, especially because you got Teen Mom on there. All right, Hair Babies Are Made. Some children start asking questions about sex by the time they're 3. Whenever your child asks his first because men are pigs, the girls don't ask about this. Whenever your child asks his first question about this vital aspect of his life, it's time for you to answer. Hair babies are made. Oh, here, is there a date here? 1968, so it's classical. This is a story about you. Have you ever thought about how babies grow? You know, this is just a side note. I am barren. I can't have kids. I have come to terms with it. And so this has never been something that I really had to concern myself with too much, but it'll be good. This will be good for me too. When your life began, you were very, very small, even smaller than a dot made by a pencil. Many living things in this world, even you, began life as a tiny egg. Many plants begin as eggs. Some of these plants have flowers, each of which has eggs hidden within them. These eggs are in a part called the ovary. Can you see these here? Okay. The egg cannot grow into a flower seed without a helper. This helper is called pollen. Some of the pollen brushes off the bee onto a part of the flower just above the ovary. Here is a close look at the pollen tube entering an egg. When this happens, the egg and the pollen join together and change into a seed. This change is called fertilization. So you can see that 2 things were needed to make this new plant: an egg and pollen. Just as it took 2 things to make this plant, it also takes 2 things to make animals like chickens and rabbits and giraffes. Mother animals have eggs that are very tiny at the beginning. The father's sperm are even smaller, so you can see them only with a microscope. This is the microscope and that's a sperm, but this is not to scale. This is just an illustration, so you don't, kids, guys and girls, you don't have to be scared, because that's not the real tiny. Mother chickens, called hens, have eggs. The father, called roosters, have sperm. The hen's egg cannot begin to develop into a baby chick until the rooster's sperm joins with it. Okay. To send the sperm into the hen's body, the rooster climbs onto her back and places his opening against hers, okay? Then his sperm moves into the opening of her body. He claws his way onto her back. This is biblical, honey. In order for animals to be made, the guy animal has to claw himself onto her back and pin her down. In the hen's body, the sperm swim up from the opening toward the eggs. Some eggs are entered by sperm. Some eggs are not, but an egg can be entered by only one sperm. When a sperm enters an egg, and a change takes place, the same kind of change as when the pollen joined the flower egg. And this change is also called fertilization. Okay, and you see, this is her after he did his business there, okay? This is fascinating because I actually thought that hens laid eggs. As the change of fertilized egg develops into a baby chick, a shell forms around it to protect it. In 1 or 2 days, the hen lays the egg in a nest. The mother hen sits on the egg in a nest, and it keeps warm. After about 21 days, the egg hatches. Out comes a new baby chick. In dogs, as in cats, horses, and many other animals, the father's sperm comes from parts of his body called the testicles. The sperm go out of his body through a special tube between his legs called the penis. Close behind the dog's penis are 2 little beads that hold the testicles. When a father dog wants to place his sperm in a mother dog, he climbs on her back. This is called mating. He places his penis inside an opening in her body called the vagina, and then lets his sperm go into her. You know, I feel like I have to stop right here, right now, because there must be a page missing because, okay, so you guys, okay, only if she says it's okay, you can do that, okay? You can't just, you know, like the rooster, you know, they don't know any better, okay? The dogs, okay, they, you know, they're animals, they don't know, okay? But girls, okay, in a human body, okay, guys, you have to ask permission. You can't just claw your way on her back and pin her down, okay? Well, not unless she's an actress, okay? The sperm swim up to the eggs, which are in the ovary. In the ovary, the egg is entered by one sperm. Now the egg is fertilized. After it is fertilized, the eggs leave the ovary and moves to another place called the uterus. Uterus. There it begins to grow into a puppy. Here is a close look at a puppy growing inside the mother's uterus. Okay, see there? That's a vagina. And this is the other uterus there, and that's the baby puppy. After growing inside the mother dog's uterus for 8 or 9 weeks, the puppy is ready to be born. After the puppies are born, the mother dog lets them drink milk from her body until they are big enough to eat other food. Just as a mother and father dogs take care of their babies, human mothers and fathers also take good care of their babies and love them very much. How are human babies made? Human babies begin just like chicks and puppies, okay? A sperm from the father must join an egg from the mother. The sperm, which come from the father's testicles, are sent into the mother through his penis. To do this, the father and mother lie down, facing each other, and the father places his penis in the mother's vagina. Okay, the illustrations in here, I'll just let you, unlike plants and animals, when human mothers and fathers create a new baby, they are sharing a very personal and special relationship. When the egg leaves the mother's ovary, it is ready to be fertilized. The father's sperm swim up toward the egg. Many sperm may meet the egg, but only one sperm will go inside it and fertilize it. This fertilized egg then moves to the uterus. The egg will stay here and begin to become a baby. You begin just this way. A sperm from your father joined with an egg from your mother. You began to grow while you were in your mother's uterus. Your mother's body was attached to yours by a special kind of connection called an umbilical cord. This cord carried food and oxygen to you because you needed these things to live and grow. Then, after 9 months, you were ready to be born. The muscles in your mother's body helped you go out through her vagina. This is the same opening that your father's sperm went into when he fertilized the egg. The doctor also helped you out. You were born. When you came out of your mother's body, you no longer needed the umbilical cord. The doctor removed the cord. This did not hurt. You were born hungry, just like puppies and kittens, and so you had to be fed. You were fed milk from your mother's breast or from a bottle. This is how a family begins. It's like the New Testament version, okay? But now, sometimes a baby's parents are not the parents, but they are their parents, okay? That's called adopted, okay? And when you get adopted, then that's your parents. That is how your life began. You were not an egg alone from your mother. You were not a sperm alone from your father. You were both, because it was when they joined together that you became alive. No, but that's it. That's the end. Okay. All right, you guys, I hope you liked that riveting book. Thank you, Casey, for sending me that. If you got a book you want to send me, let me know what book you want me to read. Okay, put it down in the section below, down in the comments. Make sure you're prescribed. Click the bell. And if you're watching this on the YouTubes, find me on the Instagram. As if you're watching this on the Instagram, you should find me on the YouTubes, okay? All right, I love you guys, and I love it. Okay, all right. The father's sperm comes from parts of his body called the testicles. Testicles. Sperm is like every other word in this book.
That's okay.
Okay.